There are moments in history that changed everything. These are not just events recorded in books. They are turning points that shaped our world and touched countless lives. Imagine what life would be like if those moments never happened. Let's dive into some of the most powerful and inspiring stories of courage, determination, and innovation that redefined the future. One unforgettable moment was when Martin Luther King Jr. stood before thousands during the March on Washington in 1963. His words, "I have a dream," echoed far beyond that day. His vision of equality and justice for all ignited a movement, giving strength to those fighting against discrimination. Imagine the courage it took to speak those words in a time filled with hate and fear. His voice carried hope, changing laws, attitudes, and hearts. In 1969, the world watched as Neil Armstrong took his first step on the moon. "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," he said. That single step proved that the impossible could be achieved with courage, teamwork, and determination. It wasn't just a win for science, it inspired generations to dream bigger. If humans could walk on the moon, what else could we accomplish? We go back further to 1903, when Orville and Wilbur Wright believed humans could fly. People laughed at their dream, but they didn't give up. After countless failures, their aircraft finally lifted off the ground. That first flight lasted just 12 seconds, but paved the way for modern aviation. Every plane in the sky carries the legacy of their determination. In 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her bus seat to a white passenger. It was a simple act of defiance, but one that shook the foundations of segregation. Her quiet courage sparked the Montgomery bus boycott and fueled the civil rights movement. This shows how even small actions can lead to massive change. In 1945, after years of brutal war, survivors in Japan found the strength to rebuild their cities. The resilience they showed became a symbol of hope for the entire world. Even in dark times, humanity's spirit can shine brightly. Gandhi's Salt March in 1930 was another defining moment. Under British rule, Indians were forbidden from making their own salt. Gandhi's peaceful protest against this inspired millions to believe in the power of nonviolent resistance, eventually leading to India's independence. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 marked the end of the Cold War and a new era of freedom. On one historic night, people tore it down, brick by brick, showing that even the strongest walls can crumble when people unite. Malala Yousafzai's story is another example of bravery. In a place where girls were denied education, she spoke out for their right to learn. Even after surviving a violent attack, her voice remained unshaken, inspiring millions to stand up for education and equality. Innovations have also defined history. The printing press by Johannes Gutenberg spread ideas and education to people everywhere, sparking revolutions and progress. The discovery of electricity and Thomas Edison's invention of the light bulb illuminated the path to modern life. The development of the internet connected the world in unimaginable ways, transforming how we live and communicate. Its creation reminds us that innovation has no limits. Acts of compassion during times of tragedy have shaped our future too. Oskar Schindler risked his life to save over 1,000 Jewish people during World War II. His story reminds us that kindness and courage can triumph over hatred. History is shaped by people who dare to dream, stand up for what's right, and refuse to give up. Their stories inspire us to believe in the power of one person to make a difference. The next moment that changes history could be happening now. It might be your idea, your courage, or your kindness that transforms the future. History shows that no matter how big the challenge, change is possible. All it takes is one step, one voice, one moment.